Alright guys, let's go. It is time. We are here. It is Icyfar. I cast your freaking awesome replays. It's like Fun Day Monday, but with a bit more swearing. Up here in the top right hand side, he's excited, maybe a little bit aroused, and he's most definitely pumped. The Red Terran. Down here in the bottom left hand side, in the blue, the purple Protoss player. Wait, he's not purple. He's fucking blue. His name tricked me. It is Purple Goose. He's trying to camouflage. He's got like the fake name. It's like when you play the Protoss player, but their name is Terran, and they have the picture, they have like the Terran portrait. So you start thinking you're playing against Terran, and then you realize their name is Terran, but they're a Protoss player, and you're like, you mother trucker. That's almost like asking people, that's like the from rush. That's where you're like, from? Just as your fucking units rush in and they're busy typing and they fucking die because they can't micro? Yeah, it's that scummy. Anyway, guys, of course, this week's topic, the last challenge was worker slaughter. So, pretty loose topic. There's not really any strategic guidelines or restrictions. Basically, just a lot of workers need to get stabbed in the face repeatedly, and I'll be happy. As long as a lot of workers die in these games, I'm going to be very, very pleased. So we're going to see exactly, I don't know which one of these guys sent it in. I don't know who's playing towards the challenge. Who knows? Maybe the guy who sends it in is the guy who lost all the workers. Maybe they both lose all the workers. I don't fracking know. What I do know is you guys should send your replays in next week to get them cast by me. And the next challenge is capped. And it's a tricky one, guys. This is a really funny, really fucking tricky one. You need to supply block the opponent as much as possible. So you need to fucking run Vikings around their base, killing overlords. Dive in with Phoenix, kill all the overlords, run away. Do a drop, depower their buildings, kill all their pylons, and then just pick up and get the fuck out. Run in and just focus down the depots rather than the SCVs. I don't know what the fuck you guys are going to do, but show me your replays where you try to supply block your opponent as much as possible. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. And there's going to be some good shit on the line. Speaking of good shit, Pumped here is saying, you know what, I'm a pretty advanced player. I'm just going to take 2 gases on one base. I'm going to build a factory and a reactor. So it seems like Pumped has gotten my memo. Whenever there's someone in chat and they're like, hey Pig, I've just started playing and I don't really want to learn how to play properly, but I'd like to win some games as Terran. What can I do? And I go, okay, well you get a factory, then you build a reactor on it, and you make cyclones and you attack move them towards your opponent's base. And up to a pretty high level, you're going to win a lot of fucking games. Seems like Pumped got that memo. Pumped's like, oh, all right. Has decided to build an extra reactor. Maybe not the cleanest progression into the Cyclones, but that's all right. He's going to go double Reaper. Oh, fuck yeah. And we've got a reactor finishing it, and he give me some Cyclones. Come on, baby girl. Mass Cyclone Reaper. Not a bad rush, especially if you land those grenades, ping-pong the units around. Purple Goose, going across the map with a couple of adepts, is like, okay, let's take a look around. Not really the unit you want up against your opponent's Cyclone. Speaking of which, the Reaper comes back in. He says, hey, I've got a bit of a fetish for these probes. My name's Nigel the Reaper. I don't have many friends, but I have 2 guns and a fucking hatred of little cute robots with tasers. Yeah, get fucked. Look at me stutter step. That's right. 2 of you have already died. Haha. Now I'm going to go inject some drugs and heal over there. Nicely done by him. Meanwhile, Adept's going to dive to the mineral line. These ladies with their laser frisbees just going ham. They already take out 1 Reaper, take out 1 SCV, but Revenge of the Drill Boys, they end up taking her down in something vaguely reminiscent of the porno film I watched last night. 16 SCVs, 2 Adepts. Don't know if you guys have seen it. Definitely recommend going down to Blockbuster and renting it out. It's a really, really good pick. Quite artistic. It's not as, you know, lowest common denominator as some of the films these days. There's a lot more story to it. You really hear about how the Adepts, one of them, she's actually estranged from her children and her family because she's murdered too many different other Protoss when playing Protoss vs. Protoss. There's this whole weird backstory. It really adds character and depth. Anyway, back to the game at hand. We've got some Wind Cyclones over here and a Reaper. Now, this is the hard part of the strategy. It's where you attack move the Cyclones into your opponent's base, and this seems to be where Pumped is faltering. he's written it down on a piece of toilet paper, but it's accidentally gotten wet. Oh no, the ink is blotched, he can't read it. He's read build cyclones, build reapers, go to the other side of the map, and the last point that says attack move into the base, he can't quite make it out. He's looking at it, he's peering, he's saying, what does it say on the build order? I don't know, maybe, I think it says attack move. And he's gonna fucking dive in there, and he's gonna say, hey Stalkers, how about fighting a bunch of cyclones, you dickheads? The probes are like, oh god, we're gonna be used as a fucking probe shield here. Jesus Christ, learn to protect your workers, you purple goose. Meanwhile, Pumped is like, you know what? I'm not actually confident that's what it said on the build order. I'm gonna start improvising. I think, you know what? I could get another 300 minerals with this mule, but actually, I'm just gonna drop him on the ground and tell him to repair. Oi, let me fucking repair you, mate. The Cyclone's like, nah, man, we saw some Stalkers. I'm pretty sure each of us is only as powerful as like 6 Stalkers. We better run away. The mule's like, holy fuck, you realize I only have so much time on this earth, right? Can you let me fulfill my fucking purpose? The Cyclone's like, nah, man, nah. Finally, the mule's like, oh, I think I repaired a single hit point there. Oh my god, the other Cyclones are body blocking like a bunch of dumb fuckers. Finally, gets another hit point of this yellow Cyclone. This mule, oh, he's gonna start repairing SCVs. What an absolute legend. Starts repairing the command center, and he says, you know what? Let's get on the minerals. Why the fuck not? I might as well actually fulfill my purpose. There, I'm gonna get 50 minerals in me lifetime. A life well spent as a mule. We've got some more mules dropping over here. I'm not sure if Pumped has figured out how this unit operates just yet. He's trying to. He's gonna drop mules and repair while the SCVs are just kind of hanging out right there. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of maths on stream, and this could go a bit haywire, guys. But so SCVs and mules, they repair at the same rate. SCV, how much money do you get per trip on an SCV? Does anyone know that, guys? Does anyone know? Can you shout it out in chat? I feel like it's some amount, maybe 70 minerals a trip, 80 minerals, maybe. A mule I know is 25 minerals a trip. Which one would be more effective for mining? I'm not sure. Either way, it's okay. Pumped has figured out how to attack move. Holy fuck. These Stalkers are not having a good time. The Marines up front and center as always. They're like, oh, my job is to be a Marine. Basically we're the bloody meat sacks that get fucking murdered in every fight. The A move works out. Unfortunately for him though, it's a bit of a worker massacre back at home. The Zealots are like, get fucked. Actually, you know what? My name's Purple Goose. I'm ahead of the meta. I already saw Pig tweet out next week's challenge. I'm gonna target that depot a bit. Oh wait, nah, I should probably stick to the current challenge. We don't need to supply block him yet. Let's go pick up and fly the fuck out of there. Purple Goose is like, it's alright. Quickly, now, at the same time on the front, I'm just gonna run in here with me Stalkers. Actually, no. They're just gonna prance back and forwards like a bunch of nervous Nellies. Fucking hell, hey, these Stalkers just can't make up their minds. They're just gonna run around like a bunch of spazzers. Meanwhile, he said, you know what, I should go back and macro in that time, but instead, I'm just gonna send some more Zealots in and try to fucking kill you. Pumped, still really caring a lot about his Marines' health care. They're healthy? They're healthy. They're healthy, their safety, does send those to their death. And these Zealots having a bit of the same. So I think the game's gonna settle down now here, except for the fact that there's 12 Stalkers on your doorstep, Pumped, and you're about to get fucking massacred. Purple Goose doesn't even give a shit about killing the fucking Cyclones right now. He's just like, nah, just gonna kill a few SCVs and then run away. Pumped is like, man, I don't know how these Zealots keep getting in my base. I'm pretty sure they're magically appearing there. Better not go and check for any warp prism or anything like that. That's definitely not a possibility. I'm just gonna sit me whole army at the front right now. I'm gonna do me best impression of Pig versus that DT drop at the end of his stream yesterday when he literally started crying and flailing his arms around like a little bitch. Meanwhile, Purple Goose is going to take a gold base. I like it. We've got a bit of an economy transition. The workers killed, not quite a massacre. 15 SCVs, 5 probes. It's a nice close game so far. Let's see where it goes from here. Alright, these Stalkers coming back in. They're like, hey, how you doing, guys? Marauder's like, hey, I think we're actually the natural predator of Stalkers, so how about you fuck off? Those Stalkers, I think, realizing Not the best idea to stay down there. And oh, the cancel on the gold command center. Oh, Purple Goose comes back into this same magic spot in the main base. I'm pretty sure Pumped thinks there's a fucking cupboard over here from Narnia creatures keep popping out into his base. He's like, oh shit. It's a fucking magic cupboard in the corner of me base. There's fucking crazy shit coming out. Maybe is this a talking centaur fucking antelope man or some shit? No, that's a pack of zealots that have warped in from a warp prism, you fucking goose. Speaking of gooses, Purple Goose is probably enjoying this right now. There's a certain sense of satisfaction you get when you do the exact same counterattack 14 times in a row and your opponent is still never prepared for it. Pumped, on the other hand, maybe not so happy about this is going. Once again, no vision of that warp prism, by the way. Ah, where'd those 4 zealots go? They must have just burrowed. I think the Protoss players upgraded burrow. Let's see how Pumped responds to this one. I'd like to see a Viking queue up, but on the other hand, I'd like to see him pretend this never happened, move his entire army back to the front of his base, and let it happen one more time. Purple Goose is giggling manically to himself right now, ready to do his next Narnia magical fucking creature teleportation into the back of the base. Pumped is like, hey, the main's safe, guys, go back to work. It's all good. Go back to school. The bomb threat was false. No, it was not fucking false. What? Oh my god. Purple Goose is thinking about it. He's like, I don't know. He might just rage quit. I kind of want to kill more workers. Should I really go in here? Yes, I should. Pumped is like, it's fine. It's just me base. I'm sitting at the... What? How is this even fair? He gets his fucking Narnia creatures in me base again. This is bullshit, man. Fuck StarCraft. Fuck David Kim. Pumped is like not even aware that we're in 2018 right now. David Kim doesn't even work on the team. You're blaming the wrong guy, buddy. No one knows the name of the person who replaced David Kim. They're all trying to avoid being the one figurehead of hatred in the StarCraft community. You know, Davey took that one for a while. He took it. He was just there, ready. Every time we were angry, we'd just say, David! As if it was his fault that we'd missed 16 mules in a row, were supply blocked 7 times in the game. But I feel like that's the one thing we're missing in 2018 in StarCraft, is you really just can't rely on that anymore. Now, of course, Pumped finally, I think, has realized there maybe be a flying magical fucking cupboard with 7 pickup range, aka a warp prism, and he said, you know what? I'm going to build 4 missile turrets. Now, unfortunately for him, Purple Goose, a bit of a genius, actually sees the missile turrets and he turns around. Ho! Purple Goose here showing some absolutely astounding problem-solving skills. He's like, you know what? All I really want in this world is to kill more workers, and I'm going to find a way to do it. You can't stop me. This here's me magical Narnia cupboard of fucking zealots. Haha. Oh, by the way, your planetary fortress, it's not finished yet. I don't know. Did you realize that? I don't think you did. The army's like, can you fuck off already? He's not going to lift the command center because he's so pumped right now. He feels the pump. It feels like he's coming day and night. And when you're coming day and night, oh! And the accidental Widow Mine finally shuts down the Prism of Narnia fuckery. And you know what? I think Pumped feels pretty good about that one. He's absorbed some punches this game. Yeah, he's lost 20 workers in the process, but let's be real, his macro is a little bit better than Purple Goose. Purple Goose is like, I killed 20 workers and I'm still down 12 workers. I'm pretty good at spending my money. I'm a pretty great StarCraft player. You know what? I've also made Mass Blinkstalker against Marauder Cyclone. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of science analysis here, guys. Let's take a look. What does this get bonus damage to? Oh, bonus to armored. What about these Marauders? Bonus? Double damage to armored. Okay. Stalkers seem like a good choice in this situation. Purple Goose choosing the correct composition for the scenario. I like it. I like it. Definitely Stalker's a very good straight-up combat unit. Gonna walk down the choke point, have a bit of fun. Now, luckily for Purple Goose, he did build Immortals. And let's be real, guys, Immortals are the correct answer in literally every scenario ever. Speaking of correct answers, oh, did I mention he built a second Warp Prism? And actually has just been warping in zealots on the ground, hasn't he? He hasn't even used the warp prism for this round. That army was staring at the front. Meanwhile, he just killed 27 workers by running zealots, and that's not even a warp prism, it's a pylon. Lol. More zealots running in on the third. Pumped is a little bit sad right now. He's looking around his bases. It's like that moment where you kind of look in the mirror in the gym. There's a dude benching 76,000 kilograms next to you. You look in the mirror. You see your little scrawny chicken arms and you're like, that's not that impressive. Fuck. and you do decide to just say, God damn it, fuck man, GG, I'm just gonna tap out. My army's actually still bigger than yours until just this moment. I still probably have a small chance, but no, I'm gonna GG and not leave. The classic. Good game, shakes the opponent's hand, and then immediately picks up the ball, serves again, and says, ha, I just scored a point. The other guy's kind of looking at him saying, didn't you just leave the game? And he's going, nah, I was just saying that you're playing well, you dickhead. Haha! Pumped is just going to run across the map, no fucks given. These Cyclones showing immense strategy. They're the forerunners, the kind of vanguard, if you will, you know? Their job is to run forward in front of the army, scout ahead, and really bruise up Purple Goose's force. You can see he almost took the shields off 2 Stalkers, so it was a good maneuver. I can get behind it. Meanwhile, Pumped is like, that's it, time to load in the Medivacs. Let's fucking ignite those afterburners and fly into 3 photon cannons. A great maneuver there by Pumped, loses a full Medivac for free, and he is gonna drop in that main base. Holy fuck, that's a lot of Protoss coming back, especially a lot of big-ass laser boys with 2-2 up against the +1 bio, but the ramp position's not too bad. Oh, the shield batteries, though, healing the Colossi, doing pretty well. A nice hot pickup by Pumped. He's just gonna back off. And I think at this point he might actually... Oh my god, look at this fucking tactical recall genius move by Purple Goose. He truly is a Narnia wizard right now. Pump says, I don't even know why I bother. You get mass teleportation scrolls, and I just get shitty Terran units. Fuck this game, fuck my life, and fuck the massive workers that I lost here. 71 worker kills by Purple Goose over a 16-minute game. Not fucking bad. GG, well played, dude. Purple Goose... I'm pretty sure you're the one who submitted that replay. I'm having a feeling Pumped didn't open that replay after the game and say, oh, this is a pretty good game I played. I'm going to send this one to Pig to cast. I feel like Pumped was too busy furiously fucking tearing up those Narnia books he read as a child, pissing on an image of a warp prison which he printed out, and then he lit on fire after pissing on it. I don't know, some weird expression of his hatred. Apparently it was meant to be therapeutic. His counselor told him to do it. Didn't really make him feel any better. The missile turrets, on the other hand, maybe build a Viking or a missile turret 7 minutes earlier before the 14th wave of Warp Prism harassment, maybe? I don't want to give you guys strategy advice. I'm just here to make fun of the lack of good strategic decision making in your games as much as possible. So thank you guys for hanging out. We are going to hop into game number 2, and it's going to be fucking amazing.